I'm sure you're asking yourself, what is that one income skill that you can learn today and be able to make money the next day? And today we're going to be speaking about exactly that. On today's video, we are going to be speaking about some of the 5 highest paying income skills that you can learn in 2023. So one thing that I like about this is that this applies for if you are just a person out there that's looking to either maybe make money from the, like literally be able to make money from the internet or make money digitally, or as well be able to just start an online business that you can manage, run, and be able to profit from. But at the same time, you can also do this if you are looking into creating a part-time income, just a young income that's going to help you get by, or if you actually want to grow to 5 figures, 6 figures, 7 figures in the longer run. So this can happen if you are looking to be doing that. Today we are going to be speaking about some of the 5 highest paying income skills that you can learn and implement in order of you to start seeing progress. So one thing that I'll do now before we get started is I just need you guys to just hit that like button for me as I wait for you. Are you still here, or are you done hitting that like button? Because I'm waiting for you. Okay, I believe that now you did, because obviously you had enough time to hit that like. But as well, make sure that you have subscribed to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. Turn on the notification bell. Whenever I upload a video, you'll be the first to be known of that valuable information that I share. But getting straight to today's topic, whereby we are now unpacking some of the 5 highest paying income skills that you can learn and start making money as of today. Starting first, I'm going to start off first with the first income skill that you can learn, which is the high ticket closer. So the first skill is becoming a high ticket closer. So let me just explain to you guys how I came across the skill and how I learned about it, or how I actually know about it. So I started watching videos from who we call Dan Lok, which is someone that has actually been able to help me in my entrepreneurship journey. So what he does is that he focuses more on high ticket closing. He closes like those high ticket sales, which means that it is something that is like at least that can be seen as a high ticket program, or something that's going to be costing a bit more money compared to other programs or services. So let's say, for instance, something that could cost a little over $1,000, like from $1,000 to above maybe, then we can say that those are high ticket sales. So what happens is that when you're a high ticket closer, you are that one person that actually goes into maybe becoming that person that's going to be speaking with the client that is ready to purchase this high ticket service. And what you do is that once you convert this person, once that person is able to convert, understand what they actually want, and convert into becoming a client, you get a commission from that. It could be maybe 50%, 40%, 30%, depending on whoever you're working with and the agreement that you guys have. But let's say now, coming back and looking at it this way, let's say now you're a high ticket closer for a program that maybe I have that's $1,000, and in a month my target with you is to maybe just have 10 people, not a lot, just 10 people. So imagine every day you're getting on a call with one person, you try to close that person. If you manage to just close that 10 people in a total of a month, mean that on a 40% commission, you can go home with a little over $4,000. Imagine $4,000 just by taking a call, and you don't have to do the market, you don't have to do a lot of things. You just literally just close. You close that client. You make sure you make that person understand what it is that they want, how they'll achieve that, and why they should pay, and why it's actually important to purchase the service or program, or maybe if it is a product, but normally it will be more on services and stuff. So what it does is that when you have converted this person, they've been able to just purchase successfully, now they're in the team, you are going to be getting a cut for that. That's what you do. I feel like that's one of the most income streams out there that will be easy to implement. But at the same time, once you are increasing the skill as a high ticket closer, once you increase the skill, the better you will become. Because look at it this way, if out of 10 people that you speak with, you can close a total of maybe 4 or 5 people, that means that if you become better, like the more people you talk to, the more you improve your skills, that means that there's a higher chance that you are going to be closing maybe now, instead of 4 to 5 people, you can close 7 to 8 people. That means that your win rate is going to be much more better. So that is one of the income skills that you can learn that's going to help you in 2023. So now that is my first highest paying income skill that you can learn and start making profits literally the next day. So now let us move over to the second highest paid income skill. So now moving over to the second highest paying income skill that you can learn in 2023 in order for you to be able to make that income that you want, that you desire, or that's the one that's actually in alignment with your lifestyle and as well your goals. The second one is, you have to be able to just learn what we call digital marketing. So I understand that with digital marketing, there's a lot of things, there's a lot of platforms out there. But remember, there's someone out there that would love to learn about LinkedIn marketing, they would love to learn about Instagram, Facebook marketing, TikTok marketing, YouTube marketing. Literally, there's a lot of platforms that you can use, but these people do not have the time. Let's say now, for instance, I run a business. I do not have the time to be focusing too much on the marketing, like in terms of, going out there, I'm dealing with leads, I'm making sure how leads, or all those complex things. I won't be having time, but instead I focus on the business. So if it means that my task is to, provide the service, like let's say for instance my task is to give the training or whatever that happens, a digital marketer is someone that's going to help the business be able to just get at least leads every single month, and as well be able to just create that engagement that's going on, but at the same time build that social media awareness, be able to just build that social media platform. So because most people out there that are entrepreneurs, they do not have time to manage their own social media platform. I won't be going through Instagram, Facebook, updating, doing this, chatting to all these people. But if you are a digital marketer, you can charge literally like $1,000 a month, all the way to whatever number that you're comfortable with, depending on the services that you are providing. Because at the end, like we are paying for the services that you are providing. So let's say if you're a digital marketer and you are running with like maybe 3 platforms that you're going to be running ads at, and you'll be doing your own, like you'll be running like there's things that you're going to be doing that are not going to be requiring the entrepreneur to do a lot of things. Automatically it makes you more valuable, which means that you can charge more. So imagine if you could learn the skill of digital marketing, how far you would be in terms of working closely with CEOs and entrepreneurs, and at the same time being able to just be an impact in a company's growth. Imagine knowing that you took a company from 30K to 60 to 100K with like some systems that you had to implement because of your digital marketing skills. So that's something that you should look into doing. It's something that you can actually learn, or just look into practicing, because at the end of the day, all companies out there do need digital marketers. And I believe that is the second income skill that if you learn today, you can literally start getting paid the next day, just if you learn it and implement the things that you learn. So now let us move over to the third highest paid income skill that you can learn. So now moving over to the third highest paid income skill, one thing that I like about this is that all of us as persons, as human beings, we have a story to tell. We have something that we need to say, and we need to express it in a specific way. So if you do not have the right skills to write, you are already on the other side, you are losing. Because what happens with this third income skill that you can learn is copywriting. So with copywriting, one thing that I've noticed is that it focuses more on structuring, the wordings or storytelling or just an article, anything, or a website, whatever that it could be, but writing in such a way that, converts like a client or a prospect, someone that's reading that is going to convert and do that actual goal that you want them to do. So that is copywriting. So one thing that I've seen with this is that it's a very high paid income skill that you can learn, and also you can implement, because a lot of business owners out there do not have that time to focus a bit more on learning the perfect way to write an email, or to write a reach out thing, or to send out like an article, or all those things. But if you come to a business owner or entrepreneur and you start providing your services maybe for free at first, but you start showing what you can bring to the table, and you start showing also what the results that, yes, your website, if you just write it normally, this is what the results are getting, and it's converting this many people. But when I write and I update or improve the site this way, this is what you can expect because of my writing, passion or my writing skills. That's just something you need to be looking into. So copywriting for me, I've never really seen an interest into me learning or doing it on my own, but I've seen an interest into me working with a lot of copywriters. I've hired a lot of copywriters before. Even moving forward, I believe that there's still a lot of copywriters that I'm going to be working with. So that is just an income skill that you can learn, and that can help you. Because why? The reason this is a skill is that the better you write, the better your conversions become, in terms of you being able to turn that person that reads whatever that you've written into going into that goal that you want them to go. What happens is that you are going to be working longer with that entrepreneur or with that business that you're working with. Like let's say for instance, for me today, if I can see that something that I can do, that you are doing, the skill copywriting, that you are writing nice things, you are writing clean emails, you're sending out these things. If I see that and I see the results that it's doing for the business, obviously paying you $1,000 a month wouldn't be a problem at all. But obviously you have to show results. You have to bring, you have to bring something to the table at the end of the day. Because if I don't see results, I'm only going to work with you for a month and then I'm going to cancel working with you. So that is copywriting, the third income skill. Moving over to the fourth skill that you can learn that's going to help you grow your income massively. Okay, so now the fourth skill, most people do not want to hear anything similar to this or don't want to hear this. But the fourth skill, guys, whether you love it or not, it's actually selling. Selling is one of the most, it's actually the highest paid income skill in general. You know why? Because if you can sell, then you can sell. And what I mean by that is that if you can sell anything. So you can sell something as little as a shirt, whereby I can sell it for $20, or I can sell the same shirt at like, I don't know, maybe I can push it to a number such as like, $200. If I have the right selling skills, I can sell it this shirt for $200. Let me just show you guys a real quick example. Let's say this shirt, someone out there loves and values, what I've done with the shirt and everything. And they believe that like, I show the value that this shirt has, and then I move it from $20 to now $200 in terms of the value that it can have. Even if I sell it $200, for me example, if I just say this shirt was once worn by Cristiano Ronaldo, maybe for instance, obviously people are gonna want this as a souvenir. People are gonna be bidding against this shirt. Do you understand? But I have to now back it up, or in terms of how did Ronaldo have it and all those things. But it comes back down to selling. If you can sell, you have to sell yourself. When you're speaking to someone, you sell yourself. If you're telling me on how you want to work with us, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, you're selling yourself because I need to see what you're gonna bring to the table. If you're talking to a lady, you want to ask her out and stuff, you're selling yourself because you are showing her what value you're gonna bring into her life. If she says yes to going out with you, how is that gonna be beneficial for her? And as well, if you are just like trying to, maybe you are old, you are trying to get your kids to do something, you are selling your kids something, because if you want them to go to school, you are selling them the idea of school is good and they will actually become successful if they do happen to go to school. And as well, whoever you are talking to, whatever that you do on a daily basis, you are selling. You sell on a daily basis. Guess what? You are selling whether you love it or not. So you might as well just learn it and master it, because if you do happen to master it, you can make a lot just out of this art. Because with selling, literally you can sell anything in terms of the value as well. Looking at like selling cars, maybe something that's worth like $20,000, or selling houses, something that's like $200,000, and depending on the commissions, that's what you will get your differences. But if you can just learn the art of selling, learn the art of like being able to just bring business and close that sale, get money in terms of what you just said, that already is a game changer. You need to be perfect in that, because everything, whatever that you're doing, whatever business that you're in, whatever, I see most people out there that'll be like you shouldn't, it's like insurance. It's like guys, like at the end of the day, if you have a business that you're going on, if someone is not complaining about you being everywhere, you're not doing that much. You understand? You have to be everywhere. Everyone should be talking about you. If you are washing shoes, everyone should know that you are the shoe guy. You are washing shoes. Whether they're making fun of you, whether they're saying that you are all over, you're desperate, it's okay. The fact that they're talking about you is enough. And the fact that someone out there would be like, oh, this person is desperate. I see him every day on my YouTube. But they don't know that when they're saying that, someone out there is like, oh, what does he do? Shoe. Oh, okay. I actually want shoes. I didn't think this person that actually does shoes. Boom, you close the sale. Do you understand? You always have to put yourself out there in front of the right audience, and also using a storytelling method whereby you can sell, but in a way whereby you are able to understand that why. You are able to also explain your story of where you're coming from in terms of that sale, and at the same time you're also able to close, because at the end of the day, most people sell up until they unsell. I've said with people so many times whereby I respect them so much, and I'll just be sitting with them and they talk too much and I still respect them and they talk too much, and then I start respecting them a bit too less. And not because of anything, not because of I feel like I'm better than them, but because of they've outsold themselves. They've told me too much information that now I'm able to know I can see where they are. Like if I thought that this person was actually good in being consistent, maybe in trading, this person oversold themselves that they're actually struggling. And that means that now, however I saw them, I don't see them that way anymore. Do you understand? So even with I've seen people that I wanted to get like something in a store. I walk in and I'm like, I'm ready. I want to buy this. I look around. Okay, this is what I want. And someone would talk about it so much to a point where I'll be like, what? Time is not on my side, to be honest. I have to leave. Do you get that? I walk out. I don't purchase anymore. I walk out because that person oversold. So that is the fourth highest paid income skill that you can learn today and start making profits for yourself. Let us move over to the fifth skill. So So now moving over to the fifth and final skill, which is something that you can learn and as well implement in order for you to start making profits or money. But one thing that I like is that this is a skill that I have been actively involved in for the past 6 years, which is obviously day trading. Day trading, guys. With me, day trading, it has helped me massively because I've used it as a vehicle to open up multiple businesses. Like, I've used it as a vehicle to just fund a lot of dreams, ideas, goals, whatever that I have. And at the same time, I've used it as a vehicle to just like literally just learn the psychological side of myself and mentality, just to grow personal development. So that's what day trading has done for me. But as a skill in general, I believe that it's a skill that can help you be able to make money, because if you learn day trading, let's say today if you learn day trading and you fund with like minimum amount and you push whether you make profits or you lose, let's say at first you are more likely to take a few negatives here and there. But after, the more you learn, the more you equip yourself with the right information, the right skill, learning the right information and stuff. That way, it means that you are acquiring information. So now you are able to make the right decisions within the market. So it means that whenever you are taking a trade or whenever you implement or executing in the market, you're executing with knowledge that you've been building. You've got the knowledge of it, technical side of it, fundamental side of it. You know how the market moves. You know what you should do. You know how you should react. You know where your risk should be. You know where your take profit should be. You know how you should manage a trade when it's winning. You know how you should cut losses short when it's losing. Now you start learning all these different types of things, and the better you are experienced, the better you trade, the better you learn, the more you also start to see that, okay, maybe next time I shouldn't be doing this, I should be focusing on doing this. And that way, it means that you are growing your skill. Because why? The reason I love this is that no one will come to you and say, give me your skill. I don't want, even if I'm the one that taught you successfully and now you're making profits, I cannot come to you and say, give me the skill and I take it from you. It doesn't happen that way. With day trading, you literally have to just focus in the markets and learn about everything on your own. And one thing that I like is that with this, it's a type of business that you do not have to go to someone else in order for you to make money. Like for me now, for day trading, for me to trade in the markets, I do not have to come to you, maybe for you to, I don't know, buy an indicator for me to make profits from the market, or buy maybe a signal for me to make profits in the market. It doesn't work that way. That's just separate businesses on the side of, the trading. But in trading, for me to make my profits in trading is literally me just sitting down on my computer screen, observing the markets, learning the technicals, learning the fundamentals, taking all that information, making it out of all my experience and yes and knowledge, making a decision of what actually the market is going to do, and then using my experience on top of that to know if it doesn't do as I did say, this is how much I'm going to lose. But if it does as I did say, this is the potential of how much I'm going to be making. And that's what I apply. That's like literally the inside of day trading. So what it does is that obviously for us, people like us that have been actively day trading for the past 6 years, we get bored at some time and then would love to, maybe because now I only spend like maybe an hour, 2 hours just day trading. And from there, I just invest into learning new things, learning new hobbies, learning new businesses, seeing what I can do, improving my business systems and all those things, you understand? But that is the fifth skill that you can learn in order for you to start making money today, which is day trading. So there you have it. That is the top 5 skills that you can learn today and implement today and start making money literally tomorrow or the next day. Because what this does is that it doesn't require you to spend years. Like for me, day trading, it doesn't require you to spend years into learning and being able to make profits from it. Obviously, if you want to excel or become an expert in one field, then it will require all the time in it. And I highly suggest that you look at one that you can focus a bit more on, and on top of that, you start to focus a bit more on that compared to trying to do everything at once and try to make money on everything. It doesn't happen that way. You just have to pick one and go forward with it. And for me, I've loved day trading because I've been doing it actively for the past 6 years, and on top of that, I've been able to make over hundreds of thousands of dollars, and on top of that, I've been able to actually generate over millions of dollars just by actively being online. That's something that I love. So with that, I just want you to be able to just use that as knowledge or information that that okay, if this guy was able to do it, even though he mentioned all these skills, but he was able to do it via day trading, it means that yes, I can also do it via day trading, but also for me, it's backed up by passion and motivation, because there'll be times where it's going to be rough, there'll be a lot of setbacks, there'll be a lot of this. If you are not passionate towards it, you are not going to be able to push through. But for me, I loved it. So even if there was a time whereby I've lost like 60,000 in a day, but obviously I just had to go through and see my mistakes, learn from them, and then move forward, start to make profits, all those things. So it depends on also you as an individual. What are you more likely likely to, you know, push through during a tough time. If you're going through a tough time, in which skill are you going to be pushing through? I think that is the best way that you can choose the highest income skill that you are going to be going with in 2023. But again, I did mention that you need to like this video if you happen to have found any value from it. But at the same time, comment below, tell me what is that one skill that actually stood out for you that you want to, you know, learn or maybe focus on. And at the same time, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will see you guys on the next YouTube video. It is your boy, Leswang.